டே அஸ்வினே பார்த்தண்டா செம்மையா bowling போட்டடா, அணி எப்போதுமே சொல்லுவான்டா, அணி நீ தான் பெஸ்ட்னு சொல்லுவான்டா, யாருமே இல்லை, கலக்கணும் சரியா, சென்னை சூப்பர் கிங்ஸுக்கு போய் பின்னிடணும், முத்தையா முரளிதரன் கிட்ட இருந்து எல்லா ஜூசி உறிஞ்சிடணும். And I was famished because I wasn't in the team. And then he turned left towards Kasi and said, "Enna Kasi, edukliya?" And that particular line and the fact that Kasi sir was standing at that podium changed my life altogether. I received a contract from Chennai Super Kings the very next day. You just don't know how funny life is. People can push you onto different perimeters and different levels. And 2008, I went into the dressing room, met all the greats, Matthew Hayden, Mahendra Singh Dhoni. I mean, I had very little words. I didn't win an argument because I didn't try to have one. But I had sat through 2008, and somewhere in that particular season, I was a no one then. I mean, where am I to play in a team that had Muthaiya Muralidharan? Mr. N. Srinivasan then was an office bearer in the BCCI. If I'm not wrong, sir, you might have been the treasurer or the secretary. I think he was the treasurer. So Mahendra Singh Dhoni was walking back from a press conference, who I wish to thank very deeply. I would be indebted for the rest of my life to Mahendra Singh Dhoni for what he gave me. He gave me an opportunity with the new ball to go head on against Chris Gayle, to probably know 17 years later that Anil Bhai would be talking about that particular episode. And I'm truly grateful for that. He was walking back with his usual, people around him. There were a lot of people. I'm not sure Dr. Baba was still hanging around. He might have not been there. He was not the media manager then. He was coming back and I was catching balls that Jacob Oram was tonking from the center of the pitch. I was catching it with the mitt. I'd never seen a baseball mitt till then. So I thought I'll catch it with it. It was relatively easy than catching with two hands. And Mr. Srinivasan out of nowhere jumped out. He was wearing this, I think he was wearing probably one of these overcoats, and he just walked in. He said, and that was my first game of having played with Harbhajan Singh in this wonderful ground. I played head on with him in a test match, knowing what it stood for me. And several years later, he recalls every one of those moments. I'm just astonished at the kind of memory he still holds with himself. I would again be failing in my duties if I didn't refer to Anil Bhai at all in this conversation. Several moments we've had when he was the coach of the team. Anil Bhai is one of those interestingly wonderful souls that I've met. He's so insightful, knows the game inside out, completely honest, but yet would never hurt anyone in a conversation. That's one lesson I learned from him, because I'm honest to a point where I can hurt people. And since I met Anil Kumble and worked with Rahul Dravid and worked with Rohit Sharma and several other people, I've understood when you make conversations that you don't necessarily hurt people and you can get on the other side.